Good morning, welcome to a morning review on Friday the 12th of December. Okay, let's look at the euro dollar first, and as you can see yesterday, once again, just as we did at the bottom back here, we've now at the top here we put a bit of a spinning top in, which could see us reverse from here. So the euro looks quite weak actually in some respects to me at the moment. There is this sort of bear flaggy pattern going on from this 4-hourly chart, which if we see a break of this sort of I've just drawn a trend line across the lows there, see a break of that, it could see us coming back down again. It may just want to come back and test the lower bands here, 8 moving average on the daily, somewhere in that region. But it does on this time frame look relatively weak. When you come to the 60-minute though, I have got an upside target, ironically, into the 124.24 area. So a break of I've just drawn a trend line on the top here may give us the signal to be looking for longs into that area. Now, as I said yesterday, once you've I was looking for the 24.18 area to the downside yesterday, which we got. As I said then, you could get a bounce off that area, which it did bounce off that area, but later on we've seen a sell-off. Now again here you could see this bounce and continue to sell on here. So whilst I'm only looking for the longs if it breaks that trend line. For now, the way this market's moving and its weakness, I'd like to see it. There's a possibility it could sell off some more, come back down towards that weekly pivot that's below us, and it's daily R1. So certainly a possibility at the moment towards that downside, break yesterday's lows, maybe carry on in that vein. Certainly looks weak. Pound dollar. Let's look at the big picture first here. Again, here we put a bit of a little spinning top, almost a doji sitting there, a bit of indecision. Same sort of area into its monthly pivots. Cable really seems to struggle wherever it gets. It's not looking so bearish on the 4 hourlies here. We haven't got that sort of same bearish signal. Just looking across here, I mean, if it rallies back upwards and follows euro, if they both run up together as euro heads towards the 124.24 area, we could see cable coming in, double topping into yesterday's highs, or maybe even running through a little bit into that 4 hourly 200. In which case I could consider, may consider, or watch it at the time, and may consider shorting at that sort of point. I don't think this market's particularly, these currencies are particularly strong against the dollar. They're really at this sort of very choppy zone, and so long as it's chopping in these levels, I'm sort of looking to play the extremes effectively. Shorter time frame here, ironically it's got a bit of a downside target really around about 57, 12, 13 sort of area here. So if it sells off here, well, yep, that could be hit, but it's not really got much beyond that. If it really breaks those lows, actually, I would just get on the short side potentially. If it gets into, as I say, if I see it double top, I'll see how it looks at the time. If it's particularly oversold at that point, I maybe consider selling into that. Although I can actually, now I'm pointing this out, there's a sort of this sort of pattern going on. Well, that actually came there, sort of head and shouldery pattern that went on there. We haven't dipped below this level here. If we do, that gets rid of it, but there is a sort of pattern which could err towards the bullish side there for a short while at least. But as I said, prior highs here to me look like a reasonable opportunity. If we see weakness, I'll be possibly selling into that. If it runs through and it's looking strong at that point of view, I'll just go with, and as I said, we'll maybe look into the selling back into that 200, the 4 hourly 200 intraday. Any sort of serious break of that will possibly see us run towards the daily 50. So there's a possibility at some point it could do that, but I'm just expecting it not to get too far. Okay, dollar yen, still waiting for it to hit its monthly pivot effectively. Now though, on the 4 hourly, it's sort of into this bull flag that's sitting here, which if it breaks the tops of these, could push further upwards. It's certainly looking sort of erring that it could have done a V bottom here on this 4 hourly pattern. So a push back up is certainly potential. To look at those, really, we could just take the break of this upward trend level here. Possibly it is quite pinched where it is at the moment, but possibly looking for the break of the upside here, and maybe taking a trade as it breaks that, or I'll look at the momentum at the time, but certainly bullish above that trend line there, and likewise bearish below this lower one. It's very easy for me on the dollar yen from that point of view. Okay, the Aussie dollar. Again, yesterday, spinning top candle. I mean, we've just not managed to get anywhere with the Aussie dollar. It did run up, catch its 50 MA on the 4 hourlies here. It's sold off of that. Not managed to hold on to the thing. Broke yesterday's low slightly. Yesterday's lows, the prior lows there. Slightly yesterday, and now it's just consolidating again. We're seeing this through the markets, and it could be that we end up in this sort of consolidation zone through to the new year, as there is that potential. We could get a little bit of lightning, the average true range dropping off a little bit, but at the moment they hold up quite well. Looking to the hourlies here, looking daily pivots possible above us at 82, 87, and if it starts running up towards that way, maybe the 50 MA. So I've got sort of these sort of points on all these currencies that look like they could push at least partially upwards, but any break below this trend line I've drawn on here between these two lows, yesterday's and the Asian session lows, I'm going to be looking at the bear side, and with the possibility of yet another run down to the lows. Okay, we've done all that, so that's it for me. Hope you have a great one. I'll be back on Monday. Take care. Bye for now.